Costco. Been to Costco. I'm going to start going once a week all by my itsy bitsy self, which is great because I'm fast. It took about 50 minutes to drive there. It took longer there than I wanted because there were tons of people with their children. It was less full, but the kids were running wild. They didn't speak English, so when you would say excuse me or get off, can you get off my buggy? Because they got on my buggy. No parent got them off, and they didn't obey, and so it was a little frustrating. But I just counted my patience the whole entire time, being like, you can do this, you can do it, it'll be okay. They're just children, they're just being stupid, they're just playing, they're probably bored, they're in a stupid Costco on a Sunday. So I had to keep reminding myself that. Otherwise I would have been in and out. It only takes me 30-40 minutes to shop the whole entire store. But that was slowing me down drastically. And you were getting trapped in aisles because there would be people with their buggies both like long ways, all talking at each aisle, and you were trapped and no one would move when you would say excuse me. It was weird. It was so weird. And then it took about 15 minutes in line, and then I had to fill up the car, and then it took about 50 minutes to get back home. So it was a total of a little more than 3 hours. But I'm going to show you what I bought. One thing I bought was more gloves. I love their gloves, but my cat stole mine from last year. Also bought some dish towels. I needed some new dish towels. I could have gotten the thinner ones for $7. This was $13, but these are thicker and they're red and like a little holiday, so I like that. I got some shirts. I will show you. Hold on. Alright, so I've already thrown them in my basket, so I'm just going to show you. I wear their large. Anything bigger is too big. So I got this one in red. I think in a dark charcoal. I got it in a TARDIS blue. Then I got this one. I got this the other day and I've been wearing it, so I know it fits. I got it in this sage green color and a second pink one because I really love the pink maroony color. So I got those. Alright, so now let's go through the refrigerator. I did buy 2 more jars of the organic kosher babies. So I got, of course, a pack of my parents, but I got me 3 big giant packs of the New York strip, which I will be grinding some and freezing some and cooking some tonight for dinner. So that was my main goal, and I got them. I also went ahead and got their turkey to try, so I don't have to run all the way to Sam's to get a turkey. It's right there. We're going to give it a shot. Not tonight, because tonight I think it's going to be burgers. Oh, I got some of their blackberries, and they taste good. They don't taste bitter. I don't need to put anything on them. They're perfectly fine by themselves. Now I did get Dino the meatloaf mashed potato thing, and I got him his favorite frozen orange chicken. That was basically it. And it is totally worth it. So those steaks are about $60-something a pack. They are New York strip. Now, each pack would have cost me $120 at the meat market because of the pound price per pound. So it was about $180, I think, for all 3 packs, because and would have been like almost $400. So keep praying with me that I can eat the New York strips, because I am honestly not eating enough protein, and I am not honestly eating enough food. The only reason I get high calories at all is from bacon and putting a lot of butter in my coffee I've been putting extra butter because I have not been doing well with food. I've just not been digesting it very well. So let's all keep praying I can do it, because I can afford to eat multiple times a day that way, and maybe be able to train my body to eat more food. Yes, Sharky, mommy sees you. But they distract me. So in a little bit tonight, I will be grinding up some of the New York strip and making me a burger. I am going to patty out multiple burgers. I might even go and patty out some of the fries, but I'm only going to cook the one because that's all I'm going to eat. I don't like leftover burgers at all. I can do bacon all day long leftovers, but not burgers. So I'm kind of excited because I am hungry, but I did say I wouldn't start the griddle until 5. I do need to do some rounds of bacon, so I'll probably start before that to get the bacon over with. I gotta go out there and make sure my oil trap isn't full either. Sorry, they are distracting me. Hold on. Alright, so this is either probably a weevil or a mold or something. It's tearing up my ground, which makes it easy to twist my ankle. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's all the way up there. I have to be careful. Oh, there's like, they are not mosquitoes. I have something making me want to scream. It's very painful. Let me get out of this area. Only happens over here. They look like mosquitoes, but they're not. You know, I got bit by a lot of them yesterday before I got sick, and the day before. I wonder if that's what caused the issue. Maybe I shouldn't walk back here for a while. I would think they were deer flies, but they're not. But they're just as painful. I swear, all these little ball joints go bad on these tripods. This one's trying to fall again. And it's not even old. I have some bacon going, so hopefully y'all can hear me over it. Because it is time to cut the fat off the New York strips to turn them into burgers for me and my daughter. I meant to bring the whole machine out here. Probably gonna do that next time, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. Ugh. I keep breaking these gloves. I'm a little swollen the last few days. But like I said in yesterday's video, my hormones are having to readjust. Because my IUD is a Mirena, it is a hormone one. So, yeah, I have to deal with all that. Okay, so this first pack of New York strips was $63 basically. And it is 6 pounds. 6 pounds. It's cheaper this week. $10.49. Last week it cost me $10.99. Don't worry, I used the fat in cooking my parents' steak. And even the burgers. I put it on the griddle. I just don't want it in the burgers. For multiple reasons. My daughter also don't really like the texture in the burger. So she's not a texture fan of steak, and I noticed that I digest it better if it's a burger. Steak just makes me queasy eating it whole. My stomach just has issues digesting it and breaking it down. So I've learned to just help my stomach by grinding it and having it as a burger, and it tastes better, right? I can make it really, really thin and get it all nice and crispy, and I can put cheese all over it. And then it's not getting all stuck up in my teeth that I hate. That's one thing I hate about steak. The reason I'm cutting it so small is I could fit way more in there, because last time I kind of barely cut it and I had to keep going back and forth a million times. Alright, almost time to flip the bacon. I'm cooking it at a way lower temperature to see how that works. That way I don't have to flip it as soon, and I'm hoping it won't get so hard and burn so fast. My daughter likes hers burned. So right now the bacon is for my daughter and dad. So half of it needs to be floppy and half needs to be burned. And then I will be making mine later. I'm going to grind my burger now, but I'm not going to make mine until after I feed them. Even though I'm hungry, it's just easier for me to feed them first. So I'm not sitting there feeling like either my food gets cold or I have to rush and eat quickly so I can eat their food. So once their bacon comes off, I'll clean off the griddle and then throw in their steak. My dad does not like his steak being cooked in the bacon grease, so I have to make sure I have burned it off a little and wiped it down really well. So I don't know if I told y'all, I gave my mom some of the blue eggs from Costco because I told her it was the best thing in the whole world. I've never tasted better eggs in my life. And they are so orange. And my dad said, oh my gosh, that's the best eggs he's ever had. It's not a joke, y'all. They are amazing, amazing eggs. Alright. I am definitely doing all of these. No, Joshua. But I need to go grind this one. And I'm going to patty some out, and I'm probably going to flip the bacon first. Alright, I'm going to try to keep filming, but I have a feeling I'm going to get a little distracted trying to keep up with the bacon and everything. There we go, that's better. I've washed this out to throw in the ground beef. I'm just going to throw it all in there once I grind it up. That way I can figure it out. I need more space because I'm going to need somewhere to put the bacon. I need a bigger table. Oh crap. Hold on. My extra propane tank is stopping the door from opening. There we go. Let's see. Let me get myself some more room. Hold on. Alright, I'm going to have to pull some bacon off in a second, but I'm not going to put gloves on this time. It's going to cost too much in gloves, and it's just beef. Definitely use it for pork, chicken, stuff like that. Now remember when you, at least for me, when I use steak meat for my burgers, it means I don't have to cook the burger well done or done. I can have it as rare as I want, like I would a steak. And I have to admit, this Blackstone knife, which cost me, no, this one's a KitchenAid. Where's my Blackstone knife? I gotta find my Blackstone knife. I thought this was the Blackstone this whole time. Now I want to see how it cuts, because this KitchenAid one is really good. Alright, y'all. Let me try that bacon. I'm just going to leave y'all on because it's too much to go back and forth. I keep forgetting what I'm doing. Alright, one more flip and these come off. 7 seconds of flipping. I wish I could show y'all, but I can't move the camera back and forth. I need to get more cameras, but that's not happening right now. Does anyone have the Osmos Pocket 3 camera? Because I've been looking at that one, but it's really expensive. The Creator's one is the one I would want, and it's like $700. Sorry, y'all are just staring at a steak. But I'm getting some really pretty bacon. Okay. Flip this again. My daughter's has got to cook longer, but not too long. Hers is really hard. It's got to be perfect. Trying to decide if I want to cook me bacon now or later. Or just still a couple of pieces of theirs and cook mine tomorrow. Alright, gonna give hers a few more minutes, or a few more seconds, something like that. I'm making enough to freeze me patties. I'm gonna patty up some on the parchment paper and freeze some and see how that works. I'm also trying to work my schedule out so we can go to the gym 4 to 5 days a week, which is really, really, really hard to work in. Like a nightmare trying to work it in. Plus, I want to work in going to Costco once a week, so that's 3 hour block, 3 to 4 hour block I have to have. Plus, trying to take care of all the household stuff, plus do all my normal chores and errands. Plus everyone's appointments. There's an appointment Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. No Friday, thank goodness. There's like some string going on. There is some serious string going on. Crap. What is it? I am going to have to... I'm going to have to rinse this off real fast. There's some kind of weird string going on here. Alright, bacon. That should be enough, hopefully. Trying to get some of this bacon grease off. Now I want to know what the heck this string stuff is. Alright, so this piece doesn't have it. These have it. Look, you can definitely see this weird string, and it is not fat. It is rough, like a brush. Oh, I bet it was the brush they used. Did they not use a metal brush? Alright, I'm going to go rinse these off. Alright, I'm going to have to wash the fat off. I don't really know what that string stuff was. Let me make sure it's nowhere else on it before I start cutting this one up and then having to wash it separate. No, this one doesn't have it. Wait a minute. It does have it. Where did the heck? No, it's not fat, y'all. Let me make sure it's not my knife. No, not the knife. This is weird. Alright. So weird. And I mean, it feels like a plasticky string. That's why I'm like, it's not the fat. Feels like... What if it's the cutting board? What if the knife is so sharp it's the cutting board? I think it's the cutting board. Crapola. All right, let's see. Yeah, we're about to grab a different cutting board. It's the cutting board. It's not the steak. Y'all, how ridiculous is that? Guess this cutting board can be tossed out. And it's a KitchenAid cutting board. It is the cutting board. You can see the pieces. It's the stupid cutting board. Okay. You're fine. You're fine. You're not fine. Oh my gosh. I hope it didn't get in the first batch. Oh, that makes me so sick. I don't want to eat plastic. We're gonna rinse y'all all off just to make sure. Goodbye, cutting board. You're going straight into the trash. Maybe I should stick with word cutting boards. I didn't see it the first time I was doing it, so hopefully none got in here. Hopefully we won't be eating plastic. That will suck. All right, this needs to be washed. Gotta find something else to cut on. Guess I'm buying wood. Okay, hold on. All right, I don't own a wood cutting board. One, Dina thinks they're gross, so I have a glass one we're gonna use. Making sure one more time. All right, this burger got way more pulverized than the other one, so I'm gonna have to really mix them together. I am getting distracted with all the crap. All right, hold on. Okay, I'm trying not to get frazzled. That threw me for a loop with the cutting board issue. I have the fat from the steaks over on the griddle. I'm gonna get 2 out to cook for my parents right now. Put 2 for tomorrow. I also have a whole nother pack of New York strip. Dino just doesn't eat this kind of food. He's having the Costco meatloaf and mashed potatoes. So, sometimes he'll eat the burgers and sometimes he won't. Just a little salt. Too much, my dad don't like it. Move this fat out of the way. Alright. I am throwing theirs down. Mix the 2 types together. One is way pulverized, whatever you want to call it, is way more than normal grinding. Okay. going first. Alright, hold on. I'll wipe these off later. I prefer to go ahead and smash them on here. That's not really going to work, though, it feels like. Okay, we're just going to do a ball. And I will smash it over there. Now, those New York strips are gigantic. They're very thick, which means I will be cooking them on each side, flipping them, and then about 10-15 minutes into the cooking process, I bring them out here, cut them in half, fry both sides, and they're done. Then they're still rare in both middles, but the steaks become 4 instead of 2, because otherwise, I think these are too big. I think I got a little stupid. Hold on. Gonna make me a good sized one for dinner. Put the rest in the fridge. Haley wants 2. She likes leftovers. I do not. But she eats hers cold, so it doesn't really change the taste when you warm it back up, but I don't like a cold hamburger. Cold steak, I could eat all day long. Hamburger, once it's in this form, I just can't do it. Try to make these a little more even. This is why I need a scale out here. All right. Probably should have bought a bigger bag than those, but that's okay. Scissors next time might work better. Bigger bag. We're not going to use any more of these tiny bags. Alright. Flip the steak. I'm going to throw on 2 for my daughter and then I'll show y'all. Alright, I forgot I said I was going to show y'all. So there's Haley's burgers. There's that fat. So it's draining on it, making it taste yummy without the texture being in it. Here are the strips. I've turned them up to cook the fat. So I'm about to turn them again. This one's the panda butt one. There we go. That way the edges get all nice and yummy. The fat is so much better cooked like that. So I go all the way around it, and I probably am going to slice it through the middle in a minute. I'll show you that if I remember. Got to put her cheese on because this is done. And yes, I did probably eat about 4 to 5 pieces of their bacon, so I'm not going to make me any tonight. There's her Kobe Jack cheese. I don't buy the sliced cheese, so she ended up with shredded that I do myself, so we don't have that cornstarch. Tastes so much better. I did go ahead and throw mine on there because I am worried that this tank is going to run out of gas soon, and I don't feel like pulling it out, putting a new one on, and going through all that tonight. So, sorry on there. Gonna pull hers off now. Alright, I've cut them apart. For me, this is 100% perfect, but I am going to sizzle it real fast. It's going to get a little brown, but the inside of this will still be red. My mom would think this was raw. My dad would like it, but it will still be rare. I'm just going to do it really fast. Alright, literally 1 minute, and it turns to this. This is that side. And then the rest is still rare inside there. Alright, I got distracted and forgot to eat. It is 6:30 now. I have less than half a cup, or you can say, we'll just say half a cup of blackberries, however much New York strip that is, with half an ounce of Kobe Jack cheese. I know it looks like a lot more, but it's only half an ounce. I did weigh that out. I cannot, this is going to drive me crazy. I can't wait until that goes away. I keep thinking I have food on my face. I cannot, y'all, I knew I was about to tell y'all. And then it went out of my brain. So my ADHD is really bad right now. I'm not going to lie. I am a little nauseous because I used a mouthwash. I didn't swallow it, but I got nauseous after using it. I tried not to use mouthwash, but I just got sick of tasting meat. Because the mouthwash the new one I've been using, is 0 flavor, but it leaves me tasting what I consider ketones. What I consider ketone breath or taste. I taste ketones. I always have. And I didn't like that tonight. I'm just a little sick of tasting that. And I have a toothpaste I use just a little bit of. And I forgot and was in a hurry and just grabbed Dino's mouthwash, and it has made me nauseous. And it happens every single time. So it was not the food, it is not the blackberries, it is the stupid mouthwash. And I wish anything I can remember what I picked up this phone to tell y'all. Alright, I'm going to do a weigh-in tomorrow to know exactly where I stand, but I can tell you, I have not gone down at all. As of today at all, I've actually gone up about 3-4 pounds. So we will see tomorrow. Of course, I haven't been feeling the best. I've been having some reactions. Also, the whole hormonal thing. I knew it was going to get me. The problem is, normally when I get an IUD Mirena replaced, it is on time, so the hormones do not run out of it. It was not on time. They had it marked wrong. It was 5 months too late. So my hormones were out of balance for the last 5 months, and now they are gonna take a while to get used to it. The very first one I had took me about 6-7 months to be okay with it. It gives me little hormone swings. It gives me irregular periods usually until they just go away completely. Well, they go away and only come back once or twice a year, maybe 4 times, or extremely light. Right now it's that time of the month for me. So I'm also going through that. And it's like a real one again, because the hormone were in there. But I get a check next week to make sure it's in place right and everything is where it should be and working like it should be. And so I just got to get used to it. I don't know if afterwards, like in a month or so, if I can find more foods I can eat, if I can continue to eat this steak, then maybe I can lower the bacon intake, because I have been known in the past not to lose weight when I am eating deli meats or bacon. Anything with table sodium or whatever you want to call it, salt, anything like that, and pickles. So those are things if I can find more options of food, will be minimizing. I also did get Costco chicken for my mom, boneless, skinless chicken breast, and I haven't tried Costco's chicken in a while, and I used to have zero problems with it, so I do plan on trying it next week. So we'll see if I have a reaction. If I have a reaction, I will be done trying chicken for at least a year. And unfortunately, with mast cell activation syndrome, it is a hit and miss when it comes to food. I do know 100%, if I get too cold, I have a reaction. 3 days ago in my video, I said, oh my gosh, I'm cold. And then the next day and the next day, and that's like, I had reactions one right after the other. A big trigger, because you have to find your trigger points. I know my biggest trigger is cold. I cannot get cold. And I can't warm up once I get cold. Okay, I had 20 blankets, heating pad, everything, and I couldn't stop shaking. My bones were freezing. I have cold urticaria. I'm pronouncing it wrong, okay? Cold urticaria is basically allergic to cold, and they should have known years ago that I had mast cell because of that reason. So I've always been allergic to the cold. It's why I've never really been able to handle popsicles or ice creams, or it wasn't that I was lactose intolerant, I was cold intolerant. And I started really noticing even more when I started eating ice a lot, like shaved ice. I would just not feel my best, and my stomach would be in severe pain, and sometimes I'd get hives, and outside cold is the worst. Like I get hives in the cold. I also have radon syndrome, if I'm pronouncing it right. I've always had that. I was diagnosed with both as a child. And it's basically it's extremely painful. So my feet feel like it could be cold water, but it feels like I have 500-degree hot water on them, and they burn excruciatingly bad. In my hands, especially if I pick up ice, it gives me a brain freeze. Okay, you know how you drink an icy and get a brain freeze? No, just touching something too cold gives me brain freezes. Like, it gives me this sharp, horrible headache, and the pain, I cannot describe the pain from touching anything cold on my hands or feet. I'm very, very, very sensitive to cold. I always have been my whole life. I was always told, you're allergic to cold, you have this, you know. That was never a secret. I always knew that. And I was allergic to pressure. Always knew that. Was diagnosed with that as a young little kid. And then that's why I don't wear earrings, okay? It isn't, okay, I'm allergic to nickel, but I don't wear earrings because it's the pressure. Them either having to be snapped together, or just the pressure through my ears, or the weight on the ears is too much pressure and they swell up, turn purple, itch like mad, get red. Even with gold earrings, like solid gold earrings, 24 karat, I've tried them all. It doesn't matter. I still have the issue. Just like this watch has to be nice and loose. My clothes always have to be too big for me. I cannot wear compression garments. You'll never hear me say I wear compression garments. The closest thing is I used to wear one size too small tank tops, because I will break out. I will swell. I have a reaction to it. So there could be a billion reasons that scale's not moving, and maybe, you know, there's a lot wrong with me. It could be trying to heal my body. It could be that I'm just, instead of losing fat, or instead of the pounds coming off, it's being turned into muscle. Because I don't feel like I haven't lost weight physically, but the scale says I haven't. So we're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna keep going, because this time in the journey is not about racing to the finish line of weight loss, because I never made it to the finish line last time. It is about healing my body, and once it's healed of all the issues, the weight will end up where it's going to end up naturally, without torturing it, without starving it, right? I do not want to lose hair. I am not taking collagen, and I don't want my hair to fall out like it did when I first started keto. Like on year 2, my hair started slowly thinning out beyond belief, over and over, and then getting horrible. And then I took collagen, but it was still thinner than it was. My hair has become crazy thick. Right now I've straightened it so it doesn't look like there's a lot of hair, but it's insanely thick hair. That's why it cost me so much at this stupid salon. I really need to go get my roots done, but at the same time, I'm going to be honest. This is all roots, but it blends so well to me that's why I have not been like rushing to get my hair done. I know it's this lighting too. Hold on, let's come out here. So this is better lighting. But see, it really, I can only tell the big difference is when I don't have a ponytail in. But I haven't been rushing to go get it done because of that. Willow, I was trying to put the video together. I was finishing recording so I could put the video together, and you stole my chair as soon as I got up. That's not your chair. Not your chair. This is Dino's cat. She was supposed to be mine. She was mine as an infant, and then she fell in love with him, and she usually hates me, but he's playing a video game. And when he's playing his video game, her favorite color is pink. So she thinks that mommy's chair belongs to her every time daddy's playing a video game. Every time. Alright, you can stand there. I'll put the video together in the morning. Okay? That make you happy? Oh no, pee-pee girl. Oh no, pee-pee girl. You better not pee in here again. No, you better not. Nope. No. She is a mess, and I can't get mad at her. It is anxiety, and the more the workers are building those houses across the street, the worse it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. I'm not gonna, first of all, gabapentin's expensive for a cat, and I'm not gonna keep her drugged 24/7. I don't think that's healthy for her. It's just a lot more for me to do, a lot more cleaning, but it is what it is. It's not her fault. So I am gonna shut up now and try to remember to get on the scale in the morning.